if you're doing everything right with a man or a woman. On average, people tend to fall in love around week 7 or 8. If you're dating and they're not feeling it, then something is up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I want to talk to you about the 11 things you must do in order to get out the friend zone. Unlike others that's on the internet looking out for themselves, I'm trying to look out for you. Getting put in the friend zone sucks, especially if you want to be intimate with them. I need you to notice one thing. The only thing in life that's guaranteed is death. In this instance, what I'm about to teach you is not guaranteed, but it will get you some results. Even after doing all of this, they may cut you off, but at the same time, they may have a newfound respect for you and may want to date you down the line, regardless. So how do I know this can work? A woman won me over by using the same tactics, and I'm just showing you what she did in order to capture me and how it can be used by a man or a woman. So with that being said, let me explain in depth on how to escape the friend zone. Before I get started, hit that like button if you want to learn about more dating and life tips. Number 1, don't confess your feelings to them. If anybody has ever told you to do this, I bet it was a woman, right? Or someone that doesn't understand how to attract the opposite sex. Stop listening to them, because they get you dug deeper into the friend zone. This confessing your feelings crap doesn't work. You don't deserve a pat on your head. You want love and deserve love, right? You want them, right? Unless they feel the same way secretly, which they don't most of the times, you may seem like you're a snake or a backstabber, which is not even the case. You just kind of start liking them over time. Typically, when you confess your love or whatever you feel for them, they'll say stuff like, "You're like a brother or a sister to me. We can never be together." Save it for later. Number 2, analyze your competition. If you are stuck in the friend zone, the best way to pack your bags and get to moving out is to understand your competition. Anybody coaching the team will tell you to study the competition in order to get an upper hand and gain better results than them. In this instance, your competition is the other guy. Don't become a crybaby and outright ask questions, because you'll come off as jealous and it will turn them off. Instead of doing that, if you have access on things that can give you clues on how to outdo them, then do that. If y'all are friends on IG or Snapchat, then look in there. Look at the people that she follows. Do you look like them? It may be a pattern of guys that she's attracted to. How do they dress? What kind of guys do she talk about? Those are who you copy because she is falling for them. Learn from them because they have the key to her heart and you don't. Number 3, become the best option. If you want a woman to fall for you, listen to them and become the best option of what they're into. If you've analyzed the competition, then it's time to take action. This is basically your selling point. Humans regularly compare things. So if you have all the intel on the type of men that she's into, you need to slowly become the best version of all of them over time. This should not be something you mention verbally, but instead let them figure this out on their own time. Number 4, become less available. One of the reasons you're in friend zone is because you can be counted on to show up. Stop always becoming available on command. Become less available. Scarcity creates value. It needs to get to the point where it feels like it's a privilege to hang out with you. When y'all hang out, you need to become the getaway, not just the place she runs to because she's bored and is a routine. Don't fear you will be forgotten about. Anyone that's a good friend will never forget about you. So feel free to distance yourself and create the miss you factor and an aura of mystery. Number 5, ignore friend zone topics. When you are tired of being in the friend zone, you need to stop engaging in friend zone topics. This is the one thing a girl did to me. As I was trying to friend zone her, I would bring up how cool it would be to hang out with another girl or not. What she did, ignore the topic. She never entertained the topic, and it caused me to stop talking about it because I felt I was talking to myself. Don't help a woman with the conversation when the topic is about another guy, because more than likely that guy is your competition. Your best bet is to just nod your head or respond with yeah or I guess, or simply change the topic. Talking about other men with her is simply egging on a topic when it shouldn't exist. Number 6, stop doing things that friends do. When you are trying to escape the friend zone, you need to avoid doing friend zone stuff. Some of these things considered would be going on coffee dates or hanging out in a group setting. Think about this. when she's getting her guts played with by other guys? Do you think she's in a group setting? Hopefully the answer is no. Currently, you are a friend. You need to do things that create intimacy or things that causes y'all to get close and personal. Number 7, show them your fun side. When you are stuck in a friend zone, you need to spend quality time doing things that you like with them. Don't always do stuff they like because your feelings are important too. Invite them along for adventures so they can see another side of you. Show them your fun side. This would be the same reason you take somebody on a date, so they can see what you do for fun. The dopamine will flow through them and you need to associate yourself differently inside of them. What this means is that they are painting you as a friend. You need to paint yourself differently by being associated with the memory of happiness instead. Number 8, you need to have fun without them. When you are trying to escape the friend zone, you need to have fun without them and let them see it. What this will do is cause them to want to be part of the fun while missing you. You need them to miss you. You need to create the fear of missing out within them in order to get them to want to see you more. This will cause you to be seen in scarcity, and this will make them feel that person hanging out with you should have been them. The simplest way to do this is to post other women or whatever in your social media stories, because this will go away and most friends will view it. You need them to fear losing you to others in order to get them to want your attention more. Number 9, indirect flirting. When you want a friend to want you, it will not happen overnight, but you have to start the process or it may not never start on its own. When you are indirectly flirting with a person, you typically say the opposite of what's really going on in the topic and what you mean. Say for example, y'all dancing and y'all get close, right? And she like, dang, ain't you dancing extra close? You be like, nah, you dancing extra close. This space is reserved for the woman that can handle me. Indirect flirting is about downplaying the situation in order to get them to continue the conversation. That's like telling a woman, you wouldn't know what to do with this if I gave it to you. Number 10, get others to praise you in their presence. If you want to change the thought of you being in friend zone, you need to get others to hype you up in their presence. When I go to work, I make sure I look the best, smell the best, dress the best, and be the best thing that all the women sing all day. Because men and women talk a lot. You need to get them to praise you behind your back. I had this older woman looking at me in the room while I was working, right? And she turned looking out the door and spoke loud and said, oh, he is handsome. Why would a random stranger say that if I'm not being talked about behind my back? Get them to talk about you. Control them by controlling yourself when you leave the house. Last but not least, number 11. Let them bring up the topic of y'all being together. Did you know that if you're doing everything right with a man or a woman, on average, people tend to fall in love around week 7 or 8. If you're dating and they're not feeling it, then something is up. But if you're in the friend zone and you've done all the things I mentioned above for weeks, all you have to do is wait. There's a great chance inside that feelings are definitely brewing. You've already done the same thing for them for a person that you're dating anyways. If they start saying stuff like, what are we? Or what are we doing? Tell them, what do you mean? What do you mean? Not you. If you rush the process, you may reset the situation to square one. If this video's been any help to you, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. This your boy Cole Labs, and I'm out.